What's going on, guys? Orange Form coming at you guys today. And today's video, we got some news coming out of Detroit Lionsville. Detroit Lions went out and signed wide receiver, free agent Tyrell Williams. Now, this is a guy about 6'4", 205 pounds, 29 years old. An undrafted wide receiver who played at his college ball at Western Oregon and signed by the San Diego Chargers in 2015. Okay? Played 4 years in San Diego / LA. And then he got himself a pretty nice deal. Went to the Raiders, signed a 4-year deal for $44 million, $11 million and change a year, annually. Okay? That's what he was getting. That's the deal he got. Now, this is a guy that's kind of, went through some things with some injuries. Especially last year. He was done for the whole year, had a shoulder labrum, got hurt, missed the whole season, shoulder surgery, played only 1 year as a Raider, did okay, didn't do great. He did have a really solid year in 2016 as a Charger. But this is a guy, okay, guys, let's just get this off the jump right away, okay? Let's get this off the jump right away. He's not going to be, he's an upgrade on the receiving roster now, of the guys that we have on this roster, but that doesn't mean he's actually an upgrade, okay? He's not a bad football player, though, but he's not better than Marvin Jones, okay? He's not better than Marvin Jones, and he's not better than Kenny Golladay, obviously. Now, the Lions signed him to a 1-year deal, $6.2 million, okay? $4.7 million of that is guaranteed, okay? That's a guarantee. And then the other 1.5 is incentive-based. So meaning, now I don't know the contract. I don't have it in front of me. Incentive-based can mean a couple things. It can mean production, what he does on the field, how many catches, how many yards, touchdowns, blah, 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 this and that. And it could mean games played as well. It's probably both. It could be both. So 4.7 of it, bam, in his pocket. That's where it's going. Then the other 1.5 is incentive based. So it's actually not that bad of a deal. It's not that bad of a deal. You know what I mean? There's no need to get upset about it, Lions fans. There really isn't. Because there's always a chance he doesn't go out and deliver. Now, I want him to deliver, you know what I mean? And I don't think $6.2 million is that bad. Okay? It's not that bad. This is the type of signings that we're probably going to do, and we've talked about this on the show extensively, over and over again, what type of guys that we're going to be signing. Now, we've talked about this guy possibly getting signed by the Detroit Lions. The Dern dropped it yesterday on a podcast on Spike Kool-Aid. He literally said, look out for Tyrell Williams being signed by the Detroit Lions. Boom. He signed him. We signed him. Micro Mike talked about it too. You know what I mean? We've talked about it. I never dropped that. I never said anything like that, but it makes sense. He's got familiarity with Anthony Lynn, who's our new offensive coordinator, who had him in San Diego / LA, had him as a Charger. So it makes sense to do it. You know what I mean? Especially with the wide receivers on this roster. You know what I mean? This just jump starts it. This is a guy that's not a game changer. He's not a guy that's feared. This is a guy, though, a big-bodied wide receiver, 6'4", 205 pounds, that can jump through the roof, and he can fly down the field. He creates separation. Yes, I said it. Separation. Something that Detroit Lions wide receivers do not do. Okay? And he's a good route runner. I actually read a pretty nice article about him when he was with the Raiders for his first year. Derek Carr was beaming about the kid, about how good of a route runner he actually is. He's not just all show out there. 6'4", big guy, can just jump. He can actually run routes. So it's a good jump start. It's not a signing that's going to get me fired up. Okay, that's going to get me fired up, saying, "Wow, what a pickup." And it's not a signing that's going to make me upset. It's a good little start. it's a nice start because you have to surround Jared Goff with some guys, you know. And I took his numbers. He had 197 catches, 3,181 yards, and 23 touchdowns in 5 years. His first year as a Charger was pretty much a write-off. He barely got on the field. I think he only appeared in like 7, 8 games or something like that. So I took his next 4 and I chopped it up, and it came up to about 49 catches, 772 yards, and like 5 touchdowns. That's what yearly it kind of comes down to. He had a big year in 2016, over 1,000 yards and 7 touchdowns. But when you look at those numbers, 49, 772, and 5, you're looking at a number 2. He's a number 2 wide receiver. He is. He's a number 2 wide receiver. Now, he did have that big injury last year, freakish shoulder labrum injury. Health is key, but we're looking at a number 2. We're looking at a number 2 wide receiver so far. Right now, he's the number 1. The Lions are not going into the season with Tyrell Williams as their number 1. We also said that the Detroit Lions were not going into the season with Quintez Cephas as their number 1, and they're not. They just upgraded a little bit. Did they upgrade from last year? No. No, they didn't. It's not an upgrade. It's not an upgrade, man. This is not an upgrade. I'll keep on repeating it. It's not, but it's a good little start. There's nothing wrong with this signing. 4.7 of it guaranteed, another 1.5 go in his pocket on incentive-based only. So he needs to produce to get that 1.5. So you have to throw, you know, you got to leave a little bit on the table. You have to leave a little bit on the table for these guys. Sometimes they have to produce, and that's what they're doing. Worst comes to worst, they lose $4.7 million. You know what I mean? And then if he plays well, you add another 1.5 to it. It's not really that bad, but these are the type of signings the Detroit Lions are going to have to do. We're not going out and getting Chris Godwin. We're not going out and getting guys like, you know, yeah, Godwin, like probably the best wide receiver in the market. Allen Robinson. We're not getting an Allen Robinson. You know what I mean? I don't even know what's going on with Kenny Golladay. Now, people like to say, well, Kenny Galladay's off the table now because you got Tyrell Williams. No, because Tyrell Williams is nowhere near the same type of talent that Kenny Golladay is. He's just not. He's just not. But I don't know what's going on with that. Brad Holmes and those guys, they know what's going on with it. I don't. Okay? All we can do is speculate here. But I'll tell you right now, the Golladay thing isn't off the table now because Tyrell Williams is in the house. That's got nothing to do with it. Tyrell Williams is not a number 1 wide receiver. That's not a bad signing, guys. It's not a bad. It's a good little jump start. There's nothing to it. Goff's got a little bit more weapons now. He's got another weapon added to the arsenal. So keep building. You're gonna have to keep building for Jared Goff. You're gonna have to keep building for this kid. That's it, guys. It's not a bad signing. Everyone needs to chill about it, man. And you got to remember, too, man, Tyrell Williams ran a 4.42 on his combine. So the kid can fly. He can flat out fly. It's not an issue. And he's not really one-dimensional. So I'm not going to cry over it, and I'm not going to jump for joy over it. But we got a pretty decent football player. We got a pretty good football player. Our health is key. That's the big issue I have with it. That's the big issue I have with it. Hopefully that shoulder's good, and apparently he's going to be ready to go in 2 to 3 weeks, according to Tom Pelissero. So we'll see what happens there. We'll see what happens there, but they're not done. They're obviously not done. Cuts are coming. Maybe some other signings, some other fillers are coming. The draft is literally right around the corner. It's less than a month. Well, yeah, it's about a month and a half, a month away. It's about a month away. A little less than a month, right? No, month and a half, yeah, because it's at the end of April, not the end of March. So yeah, so it's a month and 3 weeks away. So they're going to be doing a lot of things along those lines, probably trying to build up towards the draft. And this is just a little filler. This is just a little filler. So everybody, it's okay that he's here, man. Everybody calm down. It doesn't mean that we're not going after Kenny Golladay. I don't think it is anyways. Now, another question is, do you think, this is a pretty legit question, do you think that wide receivers off the table now? I don't think so. I don't think so because, like I said, Tyrell Williams is still not a number one. I think Jared Goff needs more than what is on the table right now. Because think about it, guys. Geronimo Allison and Victor Bolden, those guys are not even guaranteed to even be on this roster. They're not guaranteed to be on this roster. Victor Bolden is a special teamer, for one. Victor Bolden, okay? And Geronimo Allison, he's a poor, I don't even know what he is. I don't know what he is. All I remember him from Green Bay is that he caught a couple deep balls. He caught a few deep balls. He's a speed guy. And I don't really know if he's a speed guy or he's just a deep threat. Just like a decent route runner. I don't know his 40. I know he's not a great wide receiver, obviously. But they're not even guaranteed to be on this roster. So, but Tyrell Williams and Quintez Cephas are. And I just hope Tyrell Williams can stay healthy. That's my main concern. And he can be an asset for Jared Goff. He can be a number 2 for sure. I think he's a number 2 at least. But not a bad signing, guys. Not a great signing. It's not a signing to get too worked up about, either on bad or good. So everybody calm down. That's the video, guys. I'll have another video out soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button on the bottom right. Hit that notification bell. Get all my videos. And like and comment. It's all about the likes, guys. It helps the channel out great. I appreciate it a lot, guys. Thanks a lot. Go Lions. Let's go. Bam.